We are just about 60 something years, so we are 60. We are building a nation. And then because all of us will not allow to live forever, they will die. That's why we need to build a nation that is so strong, a nation founded on principles and values. Because principles do not die, we will die. But principles will not die. And we need to build a country that's so in tune with principles. Because the principle of the country consume the soul of the country. And these political actors and must also align to the principled position. You must know that immediately all these the politicians, the political actors, the MPP, and some of these CSOs lose their soul. But what they are doing is that they become so weak that they will not be possible, or indeed they will poison the principal community we want to build. Another community that is so weak that it cannot guarantee for us the rule of law, which is the only way in which our rights, the right that God Himself gave us, not any human being. My right to life, I'm finishing. My right to life, my right to my liberties, my right to pursue my own happiness, own property, is the right that God gave to me. You understand? And that we, the people, like John Locke said in the second treaty to government, we agreed to sanction the social contract, and that social contract to create a government. Why? So that those rights that God gave me will be granted. All else our politicians and CSOs are poisoning and killing the soul of the nation. And what they are doing is they are killing my followers.
Okay, but Mr. Well, we've come to a point where, well, at some point, so just in the recent past, but is there a benchmark as to which body of managers, and it's always Dr. Parijan who and his kind or his colleagues at the time who are used as a benchmark, even though of course they came at the center of criticism and scrutiny during that 2013 election petition before the court. That the management of the electoral commission, indeed any other electoral commission apart from that one headed by a Parijan need to benchmark themselves by, and why is that? What should be their deeds, their actions?
Yes, bro. If by God's grace we live, so we thank God for today. Good morning to our viewers. And good morning to all of us on the set. Well, you see, in a kingdom of blind men, you see, you only have one-eyed man, becoming a leader and a king. In the animal kingdom, where you have lesser animals, you probably will have the ants leading, right? Now, you see, what is it that African did that probably has become, or he has, and his management has become, a reference point.
Double tap.
For me,
double tap the screen to share.
Ordinary thing that he did, except that.
Thank you for joining my life.
And he actually decided that it is about nationalism rather than partisan alliance. And that is the missing link that we find between,
welcome to my life. Please double tap the screen to share.
Leaders of EC. Stories have been told that African will call, IPAC, listen to them. But, he will still bring your ideas, and as it were, if he believes that what you are saying is not something that is going to help the national cause, he will still maintain his position. But if he believes that whatever you are saying is going to help the national cause, yes, he will bring your ideas together and then work on it. Right? But you see, for the past years, after African left the scene, for me, one critical challenge that EC is facing has to do with trust and mistrust.
Trust and mistrust.
Yes.
Is it among the stakeholders,
yes,
the voters,
exactly,
the general
exactly, and even the political parties themselves.
Why?
Yes, because you see, when in a country
Hi, David. Back home, fan it and one go. Baako ho fa mo ntɛ na manko.
frustrates your
Ah, ni nua ne yare.
you are afraid
Ah,
someone else is doing
yeah.
you are being changed by your own deeds and your own boasts. You see, our NDC and NPP, because of what they did when they were in government, and what
Welcome
they
to my
felt
life.
can be done.
Please double tap
NDC,
the screen to share.
all right?
Please share my life.
If you are in power, it's actually what has become their own boast, facing them. So at a point in time, you will see that when NPP is in power, they are too comfortable with the EC, believing that the EC will play to their game. All right. Why? Because the EC was appointed by the government in power. Why? Because the leadership of the EC were selected, handpicked by the government in power. So we play to our rules and game. So the moment you come out from that position, if you are voted out and now you are faced with the realities of opposition, then the EC all of a sudden becomes an enemy. All right. So, like Sunili and the lawyer have said, it is clear that the two major political parties are facing issues of trust with the EC, and that is why Chairman Esi Winketia is in a position to say that the EC to go and show that even in power, the EC must still go. NPP in opposition also shows that from the inconsistencies of the EC, today is tomorrow that with the issue of Abukuma, so the EC must go. You understand? Mm-hmm. So one shows that about the ball 13 the so there's that level of fear.
Welcome to my channel.
In there. Okay. Now you see, if these two major political parties are calling for the head of the EC, the question then is it for the good of our democracy? Or is it that you want to secure a kind of state institution that everybody, every Ghanaian on the streets can confidently say that I can trust the EC for carrying out an election in Ghana, it will be free and fair.
Based on the actions of this current EC, whether it's the outcome of the Ayahuasca West Rogan by-election, 8 people dying in the last election before the 2024 one, and then the public utterances of some of these well-meaning people, how have they been able to lower public trust, apart from what the political parties are now saying?
You see, we learn from the very best, isn't it?
Yes, we do.
Yes. It will be a surprise for countries like UK, US, to carry out an election and you get a single person, a life lost. We don't even hear that. Right? Probably if something has occurred, it is not to my best of knowledge. But here in Ghana, I mean, every single election. Elsewhere from the countries that we are learning from, people can't. You go to work.
Yeah, if we already code me now.
Ghana,
Welcome to my channel. Please double tap the screen to share.
You are appointed as an EC and you get to that office. Your doings.
This one is kind of, you know, he's in the US like every time, and it says, I should ask you, whether you're happy with the current PC and the actions.
I wouldn't say I am happy. I wouldn't. Based on the earlier question that you asked.
Okay.
All right. I wouldn't say that. I am coming from an idealistic position where I believe that, you see, the US where he is.
Welcome to my channel.
Where he is. Yes. Has he ever encountered a situation
Please double tap the screen.
somebody goes to the police and the person is shot there? It is because the processes are tested. You understand? So why should I go and enforce, a responsibility which is not my responsibility, and someone is being paid for it? The state is paying for that person to discharge that responsibility. That is my issue.
Okay.
All right. So if you have an EC where that EC is defending the Constitution of Ghana and not holding any parochial political interest, that is the ideal situation that I believe that every Ghanaian, is looking for. All right, and that is what is going to bring that level of trust and credibility, to the EC. I believe that, you see, if our two major political parties who have ruled this country since 1992 would ensure the independence of the EC and then allow structures within the EC to work, where, you see, people who are trained in there, we say that it is the turn of Lawyer Sugini. So he should lead this institution. After his term of office, it is the turn of Lawyer Dampa, to lead this institution. And governments will not interfere, but leave these things, these individuals.
Hello, welcome to my channel.
The institution to the benefit of Ghana, then I think that will be fine with us.
Okay. Just inform me, it's what is the benchmark of an ideal EC? Even if there are some criticism against them, what's the expectation?
I think that it has been made clear in our constitution. We have to do with one impartiality. The Electoral Commission must demonstrate impartiality in terms of how it conducts its business. Then, to a reasonable extent, to credibility. People must look at the Electoral Commission and come to accept that this is a credible organization. And you can only have a credible organization if those leading that organization can be said to be people of integrity. Their words can be trusted. Their actions are actions that are geared toward promoting democratic governance in a way that is not designed to pander to the whims and caprices of a particular political party or the government of the day. So that is how it should be, and to a very large extent, competence. Because you cannot have an incompetent electoral commission. So, like Doc has indicated, I think the only thing Doc fell short of agreeing or saying is the need for us to get them out of place, to be able to reset that institution. And I'm hoping that Doc will conclude on that, because he agrees that he's not happy with the conduct of this.
That argument was sitting on the fence.
To a very large extent, I'm sure Doc will agree. He was just trying to be, in a way, idealistic in terms of really making a choice.
That's where I want to reach, and I do.
Yes, but you see, like my brother indicated, no, you see, that is the mistake people make. To make intellectual arguments does not necessarily mean that one must take a middle ground. Many a times, intellectual arguments will warrant that it must contribute positively to societal problems. And it can contribute positively to societal problems by engineering change, especially where you feel change is required. And that's why I wanted Doc to reach that conclusion. I was interested in how he would end with his analysis. What you doing? No, but I think that
almost what it and I am power. Why are you so? What's say? Oh, I'm not come at it. Why? Debut. Also, look baby in there. Oh, come at Debbie, and Wednesday, November. And Saturday. The over Saturday.
And in opposition, we were clear that the EC must go. But as to whether this government, born out of the National Democratic Congress, because the Minister President Mahama is so
welcome to my channel. Please double tap the screen. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel.
And not just the National Democratic Congress. So as to whether the presidency or the government of the day,
it's not easy.
We agree with the NDC's position is one thing or another. But I can assure you that as a party, we would still be relentless in our demands that the Electoral Commission should go. But at the end of the day, if the government decides, otherwise, I am convinced that as a political party, we will respect it, albeit with certain grudges. But so don't confuse the two. And that's why when my senior colleague was talking about the partnership of my national chairman, I was quiet. Because like what in
what's the name?
when it comes to it's difficult to disagree with our answer.
Okay. Okay, so will you, do you
But in history, there are lots of suggest that the problem with the AC is just because of that procedure. Generally, what is appointed what's called do you have issues with
Someone
but
was
certainly you disagree. You can't have a situation where
not in total or in whole.
you say, I was say, my personal view is that the issue of the is one of the courts issue in bias.
Ayo.
Suggested that she was in very older than this.
So you're saying she was hounded?
Deliberately advanced propaganda, not sought to discredit the integrity of Shanto. But they can't point to any evidence that should Shanto was biased. That's right. Absolutely not. Now, when it came to the Chinese, was leading the debates and people have no cause to doubt the integrity of Chinese.
At the time of
the one you are facing.
Your man.
Okay.
Your man.
The manner of
Prekese.
the perception of neutrality of Jerusalem. The way manner, Nanado, and their community, they defended those actions. And they didn't say because of the article or process of constitution. It's the biggest problem Jamaica is facing. Now, to compound that problem, the mistakes Jamaica made herself made in the 2020 elections with simple complications. The sound issue. The sound issue. And then the final nail on the coffin of the EC. The final nail on the wedding. And people call this platform for a number or two. I was calling for the impeachment of Nana. Because it was the height of irresponsibility to appoint people who were perceived to have any political coloring onto the EC. And so it did not matter whether they will be biased or whether they will show any neutrality. After all, they have also symbolized the biggest electoral victory in this country. But the politicians themselves are the reason why we do not trust the EC. And I bet you, it doesn't matter if you ask me to appoint or if you ask people to appoint, if you go Jesus Christ to appoint. When you have political parties that suddenly become into this soulless, then the EC will be facing the same problem. Because immediately they feel that they will struggle to win elections, their next line of action, and let me assure that from about 2013 till now, is to discredit the EC without any cause or any regard to the interest of the nation. Or if you have an EC, people don't trust, based on your vile propaganda, which lies on truth. If you have a president who does not show any kind of fidelity to the agenda of the country, but presents his personal agenda, his family agenda, his personal agenda ahead of the national agenda, then that president will point people onto the EC without thinking about how the appointment will impact on the legitimacy of elections that the EC summarizes. And that's the problem. So we seem to be having issues with our constitution without having regard to the depravity that's creeping into the Ghanaian society in terms of our lack of regard for integrity. Because, as an example, J.J. Wallace, who was the founder of the NDC, he was the president of Ghana and had the ownership of the NDC.
That's the point. Like calling someone.
An interim manager.
Like the other.
And we are all hailing one of those appointments. We are hailing him to be the legend when it comes to managing
I don't get problem. The
the
problem
EC.
is I get to
That person was not appointed by
one
this
day,
person.
one day.
Was appointed by J.J. Wallace.
So for you, appointments that is a cut of the people.
Is the fidelity, the
Yeah, right now, I think, like I will watch them, but then I stay outside.
in the role they play in our national building, nation building agenda. And that
Okay, so okay. Then I take my small boy goes if he learn like say 3 minutes I go reach him. So I reach out now. But let's talk the 10 minutes. You don't finish it. So you do your job. You do your own finish like go to my own. So I be definitely have to talk. You need to ask me question. How much you go take from your boy? Oh, I go for me there. I'm not gonna lie. I go do this one. I remember this. They said, okay, so if you meet with brother, you should. If you send me that go take the thing for you to do it, but if you meet with brother, you should. But I hear something. I make a ask you. I hear something. You know, I'm currently going to the house, my house. We could see that we are also equally using the same meter. I have the remote here. But that remote is only one meter that is having that similar remote. The other meters are also new, but they are at least different. Or you can pick that one too. Uh-huh. The same thing that has the same meter. Now, secondly, listen though, the meters wey we dey talk of, you know, make the house well. If they neutral, you know, neutral like Dawonia roundabout, Grand City go in directional.
Then Jesus Christ himself, the name Muhammad, of Buddha, they appoint the east.
Oh yes, yes. And the whole they are all opinion of
Because these so that will advance
yes, yes. That my issue is I did some small research. I can't see if you want anything like that, like the meters or the remote, the meter remote way you can't use it. If for they in the same circuit line with the like they call them all for be on the same circuit or line.
And the rest. For me, I think that
Oh, but because of you, if you say I go right now, I will go take card and go.
A situation where
Then that's fine.
political parties, especially the female political parties,
Okay.
putting their political interest and ambitions into the activities.
I understand.
I also believe that
Okay. Okay. Do
is working as
I have my remote here, one remote here. And I have those meters. I have one of the meters meter number. Can I use the remote here to start in my house here to see at least the one?
Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah.
Probably leaving a legacy future parents. Again, I also believe that the easy
Oh, that one is
resources and going forward
yeah, then.
to be able to discharge that kind of responsibility that they are being discharged. Obviously, 2024, 2020, and other past elections. If you can draw something from it,
Then I
realize that
give me some 30 minutes, between 30 to 1 hour time, or if 30 minutes travel, like 30, 40 minutes. I will go there. When I get there, I will call you.
It's not something that we can dispute.
You don't have problem. You don't have problem, man. You know me, you know my. You don't have any problem. Even if you like, you see, you don't have any problem. You if you like, you feel start with your secret. take 160. Then we finish everything and then give the last 60. Me, I don't be electrician, I don't be anything. This thing, I just, the people are worrying now. You see, at any point in time, they could buy the shit now. They don't could buy them more. You see, they be students. So they buy a 50 Ghana, they want the thing finish. They want to go to do another one. It finish, small time, it finish, small time, it finish. So they worry. They worry too much. Because the electrician, what they do for us. The electrician, what they do for us. My wife in electrician for my wife.
Hey.
Wait, we two, the electrician is staying on a property. Say the property where the people they stay for them.
Oh, me,
But when the students call him to come and do, take like 2 days, 3 days. Like
Ah, they are your mommy, but not my have a number.
Yeah, that is and most times we know and we'll ask some guy.
Yo, Idaba.
But that guy,
Yo. Of I don't know. Marakwaba. Ah. Of I never.
Every job you do for any place, I mean, in normal job for school, if 2 or 3 times. Unless there is an emergency, then they call them. Even if there is an emergency, they call this guy. Forget. Unless they take an external electrician to go and do the thing your person. So right now we get your number. If there is any situations like that, we will have to call you. Let's say today is Monday, he's supposed to be there. Where he don't go, or tomorrow he's not supposed to be there. Where there is an issue, you call and sometimes you'll be like, are they here or are they here? Or are they come and they come, he will not come. And if anyone better say, most will be on there. On your mama, son, where they are is an organization. Recently, guy big man, or a little guy. Over crew, we encountered such an issues. And on the planning is going on, no planning electrician, or I guess, no, the man, if I school, a hawker or toolbox, to be honest with you, we need to get the grammar and I'm going to according to my wife, I they are almost doing the same thing when it comes to charges their policies. I dear government, as every supposed to be as I mean, I did that. Nobody see the way he was running then. The first decisions have become always like the good man's mind. I mean, I don't know what the family that I but this was so recently, you know, something money and there's money they budget their something. So once I pay a number now, we will definitely buy. But even myself, I hear of anything or let you the one waiting for the sugar. I think we will need to consider it. I realize that they are taking it of
And that is why we also have sophisticated out and have people who are not business doing those so their background cannot be completed or done in a state because they are not given the right to own those apps.
When I
So now we're worried.
it's a friend.
You as security people, you as security people are even rifles,
It is a
machine
job I'm
guns,
getting now because I'm schooling.
the hands of people who should not be having them. And
All of
so
them.
we are organizing these festivals. Stray bullets are hitting people, and here we are today. In Jakarta became clear, much across the country. We did a risk assessment when it comes to arms and the
For instance, let me say you can't take me and I say I can't talk. Tomorrow I talk to my wife, we go talk. Tomorrow I have to take care of her. But today they think we go something. So as I did here now, I did that is one thing. But there's another extra job or extra job where we say we take people's apartments and then we take because in the job for school is like the students we like we take houses and direct or convert it into hostels. Where we manage it. So we know the students they store things. Yes.
And those who show this time have no legitimacy and sometimes have no association with the family. So that is also an area the police.
Charlie, don't worry, don't forget these people. Every time now we misplace them. So we you get money from it, but you get when the money to you to get she was the one, if the one of the prominent judges in Ghana here. We building with the way to you don't want me nobody for column work for so he gave us somebody's number say if you want call him you call that person like for deal with that person so if he call himself I know there unless he call you need money there then call him now you want to sell the area we talk and say make you sell.
If you and I remember
We but yeah, you don't have any
processes that they tend to
to
undertake
get
to
money
be able to
to
disarm.
that property.
Even though those are conflicts or post-conflict related. What strategy should we put in
But that
place
one, the student we give it to students for academic grade. So let's say
to come
those inside there now,
for
we give it to them since February.
identification,
September the montan correct.
handing over their
And
weapons?
if you give it to them, the later you want to get, you finish, I finish.
Among the many things you said,
You
one
finish,
other
I finish.
area that is key.
So your own money now, you could take money, take money. Let's say the man will say, one apartment be 100 million, let's say 10,000. Then you two will say, okay, one apartment is 10,000. Then let me give it to one apartment to two people and charge them maybe say 6,000 each. Or three people, charge them say 4,000 each.
Morning.
So whoever wants to take, they take. And you will definitely get somebody. Once the place is okay and it's nice, they will take it. So when you gather the money, you please do whatever you want to do. Then you come back to square one. So the answer is yes, this was the but then I was able to complete